Ruby. Ugh. Of course, we have custom character B here. I made him just so I could get like the fucking Steam achievements, because fuck it, why not? But let's go through this, shall we? First of all, a bomb. It's an atom bomb. I'm joking. This ain't no atom bomb. This is Rick Jones, of course. He was in the last game. He was in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1 as a part of the DLC, which is very, you know. He can also turn invisible. I think he's the only and first big fig in this game to turn invisible. He also can climb and, you know, do all the basic big figure stuff. But there's also... Oh my god, look at that! There's Rick Jones! Look at this adorable himbo. I don't know, I assume. I never read a single A-Bomb comic. Like, the best I know about A-Bomb is from the Hulk Smash series. Like, Team Smash series with, like, Hulk, She-Hulk, A-Bomb, Scar, and I'm pretty sure the main villain's, like, either the leader or Red Hulk. I could be wrong. It was, like, 2012 when I watched it, okay? I was barely functioning as a child. To make you feel old, yeah. But in his Rick Jones form, he's just a basic dude. Also, yeah, we're on top of Stark Tower this time. There's no fucking Kingpin Tower for some reason. Even though Daredevil's in the fucking game. What the piss? They replaced it with, and I did the math, they replaced it with, like, that fucking... Okay, I got no editing skill, but it's, like, off in the distance there, there's, like... It looks like the shape of an arrow from this angle. But like that building. Yeah, that building. Right there. Yeah, that's what they replaced it with. Fuck my life. Next off, Abomination. Of course, Abomination is in the MCU. He appeared, what, 3 times now? The She-Hulk show, Shang-Chi, and... Yeah, the first Hulk movie with, not Mark Ruffalo. All around, basic, big figure again, nothing too offensive. He's pretty much the same as, like, fucking... He's the same as the last game, really. But, honestly, in the next LEGO Marvel Superheroes game, this is a nitpick, they should make his head shape more fishy, because he is more fishy in the comics. And in the MCU now, too. Absorbing Man. I'm going to assume he just accidentally slipped through the cracks of the last game when they were transferring files or some shit. Because why is Absorbing Man here? Why? He doesn't absorb shit. Like, at least in the Marvel, Marvel Ultimate Avengers? Marvel... Fuck. The show name slips my brain all the time, but it's the fucking Avengers show with, like, Wasp, Ant-Man. More comic-accurate Avengers. But, like, when he was in it, he could, like, absorb the Mjolnir, which is cool. In this game, he can do fuck all. He can do jack shit. He can sit there in the cuck corner. That's what he can do. But he got a mace. Like, if there's one redeeming factor, it's the mace. But besides that, nothing. Agent Coulson! Look at that. Would you believe it? It's Agent Coulson. Gun-toting figure number 2. They don't even give him the destroyer when you unlock him in the base game. If I'm correct, you have to use the... Sorry, I got a frog kind of. If I'm correct, you gotta, like, use, complete one of the missions, or one of the later missions in the story for the destroyer gun. And it doesn't even explode shit. It's just laser. It's not explosive like in the last game. Also, why the fuck does he look so evil? What did they do to you? No, no. Bring the gun back out. No fucking demigods are getting shot today, except, you know, custom character number B. That is the custom character name, by the way. And next, of course, is Peggy Carter, or Agent Carter. You unlock her in the anger management mission, but you also play a lot of her fucking quests in the Manhattan Zone, which is, there's too fucking many. Like 11. Like, come on, isn't the usual, like, 3 per quest giver? Like, come on. And then, of course, got retired Agent Carter, who, honestly... Okay, comparison, I feel like she should be, like, the same animation style as, like, Bruce Wayne in the, future Batman pack in Lego Batman 3. Hunched over, using a cane or something, not really able to do much. Maybe throw a batarang. Like, maybe she can use her gun, I don't know. But, like, she shouldn't be able to do gymnastics, which she can. That's terrifying. Imagine having your great-grandma doing gymnastics. Your great-grandmother, who was born, who survived the Great Depression, served her time in World War II, protested Vietnam, and was very much against segregation. Because, you know, they were born in the Great Depression. They must have been generalized joke about white people in the 60s. Insert laugh track here. But imagine she was able to do backflips in the year of 2015. Fucking terrifying! Next, of course, is Agent Sitwell, also known as Mr. Hydra Boy. He does the evil Hydra stuff. He was the double agent for S.H.I.E.L.D. And he was the Hydra double agent. Even though Hydra was already a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. The fuck, I fell! Oh god! Where's Phil gonna catch me? Where's Phil gonna catch me? I didn't read to fall! Fuck!
I mean, if that fits into your schedule.
Oh, thanks, Lore. Let's just kind of go back up here. Thank you. Of course, he appears in, I think. Okay, yeah, he appears in. I first saw him in Lego, Lego Captain America. Lego Captain America and Winter Soldier. No, that's the movie I saw him in first. I don't know if he was in any previously. I didn't pay attention much to background characters. So. Of course, he returned for, like, Infinity War and Endgame. No, not Infinity War. He returns for Endgame. From when they go back in time, steal, and fail to steal the Tesseract. But next, of course, is Agent Williams. This little fucking shit. He's the bane of my existence in the early levels. And, like, the first 5 levels, he's, like, in 3 of them. And that's not, like, that wouldn't be a bad thing if it was, like, Iron Man, Bruce Banner, or Black Widow, which she's in, like, the same missions. Or Captain America. But, like, he's in 3 of them, and he has the character of a white bread. And, I mean, yeah, I guess that is. He's supposed to be a filler S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
I'm good.
But, like,
I'll
that's...
just walk it off. No biggie.
He has lines from when he dies. Intriguing. Aim agent! Pretty much they gave him a new gun from last game, so it's now like a pulse rifle. Not pulse rifle, it's like pretty much a laser rifle. Next is Aldrich Killian. Same model and design from the first game. But, he blinds you more if you use your laser. God, your face is bright. Of course, he has primarily fire attacks, and he can summon extremist soldiers, also known as a waste of space. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Next, of course, is Amanda Cho, of course, the protege of Tony Stark. He has a very powerful baseball bat. That's kind of all I know about the character. If I'm correct, he becomes Iron Man in, like, the short-lived 3D animated Iron Man TV show. That's what I probably know him from best. But, like, other than that, I know fuck all. Like, this is the best I've ever gotten from him. Like, all I know is electrified baseball bat, protege Tony Stark, might have been the main character in one of the Iron Man shows. Boom, perfect, done. Just like that. America Chavez. America Chavez would, of course, appear in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Magic, kind of like the whole reason she can, like, travel in between realms, dimensions, universes? If I'm correct, she was briefly part of the Young Avengers and the comics, and, like, pretty much a Captain America fan, but all around weird to put her in the game, just because this was, like, 2015. This is, like, 7 years before Multiverse of Magic. So, like, no real big implications. Next, of course, is Classic Ant-Man. It's pretty much comic book accurate Ant-Man from the last game. Oh my god, blue spiders! Those are spiders, not ants. Get it right, TT Games. All around, he can shrink. He can grow! He's a big boy. He's a big boy. He can stomp. He can go, ah. He can strut that shit. He can, you know... accidentally hit Janet Van Dyne in the... It's Janet Van Dyne, right? That's the name of Wasp. First Wasp. He can accidentally hit her in his comic. That's a weird story to get into. I might get into that later, but it was a whole debacle. Ares, of course, the god of war. Not really like DC's Ares. He's a lot more human-esque. He's less godlike and more warrior-like. I don't know why he's here. I don't think he appeared in any of the Thor movies. Next is Archon. They're really digging for Thor characters. He throws lightning bolts like Percy Jackson. Which, now that I say that, Percy Jackson Lego could probably sell off the fucking shelves, okay? Fight me on that one. Next, of course, is Arnim Zola, MCU. He's a smart German man who's also a Nazi. What? There's nothing else to the character. He's a smart German man who supports Hydra, which is a bridge of the science division of the Nazi division. The Nazi army, right? That's what it was in the MCU. This video's getting age restricted just for saying Nazi. Whatever. A good Nazi's a dead Nazi. Whatever. Next, of course, is comic accurate Arnim Zola. I like this Arnim Zola better, because, like, hold on. He sneak. I know I just stuttered there. Fuck you. He sneak. He walk. He fucking running. He fucking running. Look at the boy run. He put in the work. It's like watching your big friend try to run across the lunch to get first in fucking line at the fucking cafeteria. It's a fat joke. I'm gonna get canceled for that one. I'm not gonna get canceled for that one. Next, of course, is Baron Strucker. Of course, another just basic German scientist character. Kind of like Arnim Zola, but less character, because he was only in the first... No, he was only in Lego... He was only in Lego! He was only in Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron, if I'm correct. I don't think he made any other appearances. Don't quote me on that. Batroc, aka Batroc the Leaper. I know him most from the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, where he looked more comic accurate. Batroc the Leaper actually gets murked in the fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier episode by, I think, fuck, what was his name? Agent America? I don't know. Fake Captain America who kills like terrorists. Which, like, whoop-de-doo. Not that big of a deal when you think about it. Better Bill. He was, of course, in the first game as DLC, and he returns for this game to be in the base game. He is pretty much a Thor clone. And you get him by doing meet and greets where he pretends to be Thor for some reason. The horse pretends to be Thor. Let's put him side by side here. I know he doesn't have the cape, but fuck you. What the fuck? Next is Beth the Waitress, she's voiced by Ashley Johnson in this game. Who, if I'm correct, actually did play in the MCU, and she's also in, fuck, what's that game with, like, the clickers? It's with the clickers, and it's with Joel, and, you know, she tries to kill the woman because Joel killed the dad, and... Not Dying Light. Dying Light's like a parkour-based thing. She throws pottery, or, like, mugs. I call it pottery because, like, it looks just like clay. Hold on. Last of Us. Oh, I didn't even have to use Google for that. Oh, I'm so big brained. I just remembered the show. I didn't watch the show. Also, she can have a mental breakdown. Look at this. That is the verge of a mental breakdown. Don't know what else you want from me here. Look at it. She's gonna snap. She's gonna drown her rival in a lake and then come home to find out her lesbian wife is gone with their child. Well, adopted child. Right? Anyone remember that ending where they strummed the guitar? And I don't fucking know. Black Goliath. He gets killed in Civil War, and he's played by Lawrence Fishburne in the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. He can grow, of course, because he's a giant man. And he gets killed by Ragnarok, who we'll see later in the video. All around. Alright. Bengal. Bengal is a daredevil villain from Vietnam. If I'm correct, he was raised by a monk. Not monk. Is that a different character that was raised by Monk? Was it like a, I don't want to say karate master, that sounds too stereotypical, but it was like a martial arts master who gets killed during the Vietnam War by American fire, because, you know, Americans were pretty much just committing, trying to speed run the war crimes list. Not as good as Canada did during World War I, buddy. Either, but come on, you gotta at least throw cans of food first. But hey, good character all around. He appeared in like 6 whole comics, so it's like, you're really digging deep. I don't think he appeared in the Daredevil show. Both Daredevil shows. Next is Black Widow, of course. This is just the model from the first game. All around pretty simple. She can turn invisible. Why is her face orange? Why the fuck is her face orange? What the fuck is that? Oh, you know what? It's probably from the hair. It's probably from the hair. No, her... Wait. Okay, it actually might just be from the hair. Okay. All around, alright. Same, pretty much same character from, like, Lego Marvel Superheroes 1. And then, of course, we have Black Widow, Age of Ultron. She can turn invisible. He has electricity sticks that we can't fucking use. Because we've got no charge stations around here. Because we're on top of fucking Stark Tower. What do you expect to be up here, people? Gold? Probably. A gold statue of himself? Kingpin, I'm looking at you. In the first game. Yeah, she can use the charge stations and charge shit up with her electrical rods. Or stun batons. Yeah, all around, alright. Cool. Black Widow, female character, let's go. Blazing Skull, I guess Ghost Rider was an MCU canon yet, and he's not yet, but I think he's in the works. So they just got Blazing Skull, one of the World War II heroes from Marvel Comics. He was like Submariner and Captain America and Bucky Barnes, that era. That fucking era. Yeah, if I'm correct, he gets killed by Ghost Rider. Which is kind of like fucking terrifying. All around, inoffensive. You unlock him by putting out fires that the original Human Torch causes. And I say original, brackets, original Human Torch, for a reason. We have Blue Marvel. Of course, we already went over him before. Pretty much a character about segregation during the 60s and pressure. But yeah, I forgot the word for segregation when I was talking about him in one of the previous episodes, so I said Jim Crow laws. Which is not what it was about. It was about segregation. He was forced into retirement by the American government due to his skin color, because, you know, racist 1960s much. And yeah. All around, pretty OP character. If I'm correct, he can not only break gold objects, he can charge stations. And he can fly around. I wonder why the Watcher wasn't in this game. Always wonder that. Next, Brock Rumlow. He's Crossbones. He's your average gun-toting Crossbones gun-toting character. Nothing really special about him except like you unlock him in the lack of insight level. What you gonna do? And then finally we have Bruce Banner. This is Bruce Banner. This is pretty much the same model from Lego Marvel Superheroes 1, and that includes for Hulk too, which has the same fucking animation model and everything. Again, he can climb. I know this isn't exactly the best wall to, like, demonstrate his climbing prowess, but, like, he can climb. And, yeah, basic big figure, which is good, because he's Hulk. He's supposed to be the basic big figure that you need in levels. Next, we got Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner, Age of Ultron. They put a coat on him. He changed his pants to purple. That's pretty much it. I mean, he can use technology. So that's, like, pretty cool, but again, the inconvenience of having to switch from Hulk to Bruce Banner very much annoyed me, so I just ended up switching to, like, Tony Stark or something. And, the animation for this is a lot better, honestly. Fight me on that. Also, I like the pain stretch instead of, you know, just destroy. And pretty much he's the same as the other Hulk. What you gonna do, brother? Hold on, let me take a sip of my Pepsi here. Diet Pepsi. Next on the list is Bucky Barnes. This is the Bucky Barnes you get for playing the Captain America level, Rail Hydra. I can see where you're coming from, game. All around, alright. You can throw grenades, like actual classic hand grenades. Just unique instead of like the weird black stud that like Coulson throws. And, you know, he can fall off a ledge. I'm not gonna do it again like I did for Agent Sitwell, but like, you know, he doesn't die. Then we got Bucky Barnes Classic. This is the comic accurate Bucky Barnes. It would have been funny if he wore this in the comics. I mean, in the fucking MCU, not comics. He wore this in the comics, obviously. Like, it would have been funny if he wore this in the MCU. Like, we gotta be comic accurate. The Russo brothers, we gotta be comic accurate, brother. And then, you know, they're like, okay, we'll put him in this. And then, of course, and that's it. And then, of course, we have Butterball, pretty much a fucking nerd. He has super strength and pretty much unlimited stamina from his own thin chicken lips. He waddles weirdly. Me on my way to get another liter of diaper. Whoa! What? Okay, so sometimes when you run, he has the animation of falling over. And of course, he brings out 2 iron pants and slams them together. He can belly flop. And if I'm correct, he can... Oh, he can throw... Such a goofy fucking fighting style. Jesus Christ, bye. He just throws iron pants around. And of course, when he runs, he can, you know, fall. Right? Fall. Fall, Butterbean! Butterbean? Knock out Bark Gun in 12 seconds, Butterbean! No, fall, Butterball. You're a turkey now! Okay, we can't get him to fall again. Fuck my life. Next, of course, we have Captain America. Ooh, look at that, look at that. He got shield. I like the jump animation. I like the double jump animation. He just hides behind the shield. It's great. Then, of course, next we have Captain America, Age of Ultron. They just put more straps on him. That's it. More straps. Nothing changes. He can still block fire. He can put out fire. He can actually put out fire in this game, unlike last time where he can just, like, block the fire. And, of course, he still has the Captain America switches. We got Captain America Classic. What you gonna do, brother? I don't know why I don't know why I'm Hulking quoting. I don't know why I'm quoting Hulk Hogan. He's a piece of shit. He definitely should not be around today. If anything, I'm not gonna get into my grievances about Hulk Hogan, but honestly, Roddy Piper's dead at fucking 2015. How the fuck is Hulk Hogan still alive? But yeah, classic Captain America. If I'm correct, it appears in the MCU in the first Captain America movie when he's like touring across the United States being propaganda. Next, of course, is Captain America no helmet. That's it. He got no helmet. Captain America Age of Ultron, no helmet. And then, we got Steve Rogers Civilian, which is just him in civilian clothes. Honestly, alright, cool. Don't know why we need the unhelmeted, the no helmet versions, but cool. Steve Rogers in the gym. He doesn't even have his fucking shield. He's just a punch character, but, like, acrobatic. And finally, we got Steve Rogers with the boxing gloves, which is the superior Steve Rogers gym. Because you can knock motherfuckers out. Get over here, Thor. I'm a ballerina. I am the Black Swan! Captain America, Bucky Barnes. Yeah, it's Captain America. Bada bing, bada boom. It's Bucky Barnes. That's Captain America. Also, he's got a gun. He's packing fucking heat. Also, I like the black leggings. A lot more difference, let's just say. And also, the Batman-esque treatment he's getting where it's like wet eyes. Cool. We got Captain America, Sam Wilson. Which is, of course, just like Sam Wilson, but with a shield. So pretty much just imagine a hate baby between Falcon and Captain America, and you get this version. I like this version. It's pretty good, Captain America. And it's also the current MCU Captain America. Don't quote me on that. I don't know what happened. I've never watched Captain America, the New World Order, right? Is that what it is? Is that what the movie is? It came out like a month ago. Haven't watched it. Don't plan on watching it. So much as I love Harrison Ford and Anthony Mackie, don't plan on watching it. Anyways, cool character all around. Fun to have him in here. Next, Captain Britain. This will be the last time I think we have Captain Britain in one of these games, which is very ironic because his one mission is him collecting flasks filled with tea. Cup of tea, love. You want some tea? What? All around, he's alright. A lot different than his last version in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 1, where he just looked like a British motorcycle driver. I'm not gonna lie, this looks a lot better. But it also just looks like he has a big old pot of tea on his stick. What you doing with the pot of tea? Also, weird ass force field money. Cool. Anyways, next we got Captain Universe. I've known nothing about Captain Universe. I genuinely thought he was just a filler character for the longest time before, like, I decided to actually go and just be a random nerd and look up in the Marvel wiki who the fuck he is. And I still forget who the fuck he is. He's not like a god, but like, if I'm correct, get me wrong, it's actually a woman. Captain Universe is a woman. Sorry for misgendering you, Captain Universe. I'm sorry, but that's all I know about him. And even then, I didn't know she was a woman until I looked at the wiki and was like, wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute. But alright, I guess. A lot of these characters you do have to look at the wiki just be like, what the fuck? There's literally some characters in this game that only appeared for one comic. There's one character, and we'll get to him soon. He's in, like, the next row down. But next is Chase from the Runaways. He stole his dad's gloves, and his evil dad's gloves, and basically now he got Metal Fist. He's like Doomfist from Overwatch, but ooh. All around, alright. Don't know why he's in the game. It makes sense why he's in the game next time. In the next game, he's DLC in the next game, and if he's part of the Runaways pack, he's part of the Runaways. Anyways, next, Short Tourist. Pretty much fucking I don't know how to say it. Filler. Comical filler. I'm not mad about it, but like, there's no regular Chitauri character you can play as. So, fun stuff. Cloud9. Cloud9 had probably one of the most annoying missions, where you have to escort and do parkour and platforming in a LEGO game. And you have to escort them across buildings, and if they fall, it fails. They fall off the building or the cloud platforms that disappear over time. Anyways, I do like the character design. Like, I like the fact that when she runs, she has a clap. Fucking goddamn it, there was a cloud for like a brief second. Yo, fuck you. She flies around in a cloud too, which is pretty cool. And she shoots mist, I think, or are they supposed to be clouds? She can also shoot clouds. Okay, don't know how that's... And she can go invisible using clouds. Like the fact that she, like, chews them away. That's nice. Next. Collector, you have to get every single red brick in the game to get this boring ass motherfucker. Sorry, I'm taking a drink right now. Purple duck, really? Anyways, he's quite bored. He has this wand. He has a shield, if I'm correct. And of course, he can throw fucking action figures. Because why not? Replace Deadpool for this guy, I guess. Cottonmouth. Of course, he appears in the Luke Cage Netflix show, but not as much of he's not in the Serpent Society for some reason. I don't know. He can also drag motherfuckers into his mouth and kill them. Like, Jesus Christ, and he also has the dig ability. If I'm correct. Also, I like the fact that when he does it, his mask moves and not the fucking, like, his whole head. All around, throwaway character. I'll leave him. Next, Count Nefaria. If I could say something about Count Nefaria, it'd be, why is Count Nefaria in here? He's a Doctor Strange villain, right? Like, wouldn't he be more fit for the DLC? Like, I feel like Dormammu would have more fit for the base game than fucking Count Nefaria. Count Nefaria is pretty niche, in my opinion. Not many people think of the great, like, Marvel, antagonists. Loki, Ultron, Thanos, Galactus, Count Nefarious. Anyone's list ever goes by that, you shoot him. And also he can fly. But all around, I don't mind it. I like seeing Count Nefaria. I like seeing obscure characters. Crimson Dynamo. This is his first appearance in the LEGO series, along with like a lot of the others. I don't know if I'm specifying that, but apparently, okay. So apparently, Whiplash becomes Crimson Dynamo at the end of the second fucking second Iron Man movie, and I'm just saying that's not Crimson Dynamo. That's Whiplash. That's its own character. Introduce Crimson Dynamo with like the Thunderbolts or some shit and like a flashback. He's not Whiplash. In fact, I don't even think Whiplash is even in this game. Yeah, he's not even in this game. In an MCU game, he's not in it. But you know who is? Crystal, but we'll get to her in a minute. Crossbones Classic. This is classic Crossbones, obviously. This is, of course, Brock Rumlow. Post getting the entire helicarrier smashed onto his skull by Captain America. Remember that's how that happens. MCU. I don't know if I'm... Fuck, I fell again! No! Again, gun-toting character number 45 or something. Next is Crystal. She controls elements. She's part of the Inhumans. She's the only Inhuman character in the game, which is weird. I feel like they could have like Black Bolt, Medusa, Lockjaw. Not Lockjaw. Probably not Lockjaw. Sorry, Lockjaw fans. He probably couldn't have been put in this game. But like, all around it's all right. She controls the elements. Look at that. She can shoot fire. She can shoot ice, water, earth. She's an avatar. She's an airbender. Next, we got damage control. The most OP motherfuckers in this game, because he got a broom. He got a motherfucking broom. He beat you at. He sweep the shit off you. If I'm correct, you get this guy by like just cleaning up around the shield base. So, you know, whatever. I need to blow my nose. I don't have any tissues in here. I'm fucked. Okay. We'll get through this row, and then I'll blow my nose. Next is Daredevil. He pretty much replaces Spider-Man in this game, honestly, with the web slinging. And also he can climb for some fucking reason. Oh no, but this is very Spider-Man-esque web slinging. And also he can just like sit and look absolutely fucking amazing. You can go up, you can go down. Where's it going? We don't know. He's just kind of wiggling his feet. They're like, oh, I could be doing anything else right now. It's like being in the elevator with like the one nerd in the school, you know? I'm the one nerd. And also, if you had elevators in your school, what the fuck were you doing? What school were you going to? Anyways, we got Dark Elf. Elf. Throwaway character, let's be honest here. Black Hole, also known as your mom. And also he has a laser rifle, pretty throwaway character, filler. And then next we have Deathlocket, who's a part of the Young Avengers initiative, if I'm correct. But I remember her more for being Lucia von Bardas in the Ultimate Alliance 2 game. Because that is also Deathlocket, fight me on that. But overall, I think she's a teenager who kind of has a Cyborg-esque story. Next, of course, is the Destroyer minifigure. They couldn't get the big one in. For some fucking reason. And his face doesn't even open up. You don't fight the big version to get him either. You just fight the mini version for some reason, the Manhattan. So, you know, waste of our fucking time. We got Demolition Man, a part of the Demolition Crew, aka they got enchanted weapons from Asgard, which is pretty much power tools. Like, he got a crowbar, if I'm correct. Sorry. Yeah, he got a crowbar, or one of the weapons. I know there's like an enchanted crowbar, which makes me laugh every time. Then we got, of course, Detroit Steel. If I'm correct, he's an Iron Man villain. An Iron Man Captain America villain. Overall, I like him. Unique gameplay. I like the laser on him, because it's just a gun. He also got a chainsaw. Overall, pretty fun character. You unlock him in the second and last level in Loki, in like the first half of the game. So, the 5th level. Devil Dinosaur! Oh my god, would you look at that? You couldn't believe next that they would release a Jurassic Park game, would you? He's just a little guy. How can you be mad at him? He's just a little guy. Next, of course, is Diamondback. Diamondback would, of course, appear in the MCU, but as a dude. Nothing to do with diamonds, he would just be a jewel thief, if I'm correct, in the Luke Cage show. But yeah, this is comic accurate, Diamondback. Just part of the Serpent Society with Cottonmouth. And finally, we have Dr. Helen Cho. Throwaway character, she's an MCU original. What you gonna do about it? If you don't mind, I'm just gonna quickly take a second to fucking go blow my nose. I'm so full of mucus! We're back, people. Alright. Next, of course, we have upcoming is Dr. List. If I'm correct, he's also an MCU original character like Baron Strucker. Pretty useless, punch-hit character. He can do technology, but all around throwaway. If I'm correct, he gets fucking killed in like the first Age of Ultron movie. The first? It's not gonna be another Age of Ultron movie. He gets killed in the Age of Ultron movie. Next, of course, we got is Doctor Strange. He can't turn invisible in this game for some reason. I thought he could. Trust me, I did. I genuinely thought he could. But, yeah. Shield, he can do the magic stuff, if I'm correct, for gold. And he can fly around. And he got telekinesis and, you know, mind control. All the fun stuff that makes magic useful. Next, we got Dum Dum Duggan. You get him by doing the Captain America Rail Hydra mission. If I'm correct, you gotta... Fuck, what do you gotta do in particular? Do you gotta ride a hang glider for him? All-around gun-toting character, kind of like Bucky Barnes. He also throws like plastic grenades, can grenades. All-right character. I like Dum Dum Duggan. He's part of the Howling Commandos. Next is Echo. Echo is, of course, in the MCU, the adopted daughter of Kingpin. Correct? Someone correct me? Comments in the chat. This is live on Twitch, by the way. Twitch.tv/NewRuby. But yeah, in the comics, if I'm correct, she's just an assassin for hire, kind of like Elektra. And if I'm correct in the MCU, she's also deaf. In the comics, she's also deaf. And she also has one leg. So, that's kind of cool. Inclusivity, you know? That's pretty cool. Egghead. I don't know why Egghead's here. He doesn't appear. I don't think he appears in the fucking MCU. He throws fucking eggs. I don't... Why does he throw eggs? I know he's a classic Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Iron Man villain, but like, come on. This is so weird to have. This is pretty much one of those, put him in here just to say that you did. If I'm correct, he has technology, and that's pretty much it. Next is Ellen Brandt, the actual wife of Man-Thing. Or Swamp-Thing. Which one is it? Is Man-Thing the MC one? I know Swamp-Thing's the DC. Man-Thing is the MCU one. Weirdly, Man-Thing isn't in this game, but his wife is. His wife's fucking in it, because this is Ellen Brandt, his ex-wife. Eric Selvig, you know, it's goofy old Eric Selvig. I don't think he's an original comics character, but all around, I kind of like it. And of course we got untidy Eric Selvig. He's not in his underwear, which makes me a bit fucking sad. But if I'm correct, this is because he had to go to therapy from being mind-controlled by Loki. Which, honestly, I don't blame you. Next, of course, we've got Extremis Soldier, also known as a waste of our fucking time. Then we got Falcon, MCU Falcon. I like his wings in this. I like his wings a lot more than the comic accurate wings, because those are actual wings, and I like mechanical wings. And he comes packing heat, and of course he got a grappling hook. And of course we have comic accurate Falcon. He doesn't have any fucking guns. He has fists. He can fly like a fucking bird. As this is pretty much the same as the DLC in the first game, where he was DLC. Fun stuff. Next we have Fandral. Zachary Levy still disappoints me to this day. I do like the fighting style. It's kind of like fencing. All around, I could take or leave Fandral. Next, of course, is Finesse. Finesse, if I'm correct, is she not Daredevil's daughter? She's someone's daughter in the comics. I don't know who in particular, because I don't research a lot of this shit beforehand. Like, I just go off based off my raw comic book and, like, MCU knowledge. But she's part of the Young Avengers initiative, so pretty much she means fuck all to us. But she's acrobatic, and if I'm correct, she's also a hero for hire. Or assassin for hire. Fing Fang Foom! I love Fing Fang Foom. I remember the level in the first Ultimate Alliance game where you fight Fing Fang Foom with the turrets, and he can fly around, and oh my god. You can even recreate that in this game if you really wanted to. Because the helicarrier's up there. But he can also grow to an ungodly size. Jesus Christ. He can still fly around too, so like, let's just do a little loop.
I know you heroes are normally just flying across the sky without a care in the world, but if you've got a moment, there are some criminals close by, so they'll help.
Fuck, he's massive. He's huge. You get him by, like, supplying his yogurt shop in this game, which is, I find hilarious. Fing Fang Foom's fat-free flavored Froger, if I'm correct, that's what it's called. Of course, he can shrink back down. He, of course, has a fire breath, because he's a dragon. Let's not forget it. If I'm correct, he's an alien. Am I not incorrect? He's an alien who slept on Earth for, like, billions of years after his ship landed. He's not, like, actually from Earth. Am I correct? I remember hearing about that in, like, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Is that his actual comic origins? Oh no, I like thinking of him as the weird and sleeping mythical creature. But also Fing Fang Foom is a stupid name. Next is Firebird. I thought she was a mutant. I'm not gonna lie. I thought she was a mutant for the longest time in the comics. Apparently she's not according to this game, because, well, she's in the fucking game. But, you know, she's just a throwaway character, honestly. She's from New Mexico. What goes on in New Mexico, by the way? I don't know. She shoots fireballs by flapping her hands. Hold on, my cat wants attention. Give me a minute. Cat prioritizes over stream. There we go. Yeah. Around alright character to have in here. I don't know why she's in the this might be a nitpick, but I wish they stick to more MCU-oriented characters. I don't think she ever appears in the MCU, to my knowledge. Next, of course, is Gargoyle, who appears for like 3 comics, is a Hulk villain, and is pretty much just a short, big-headed dude. He's pretty much a hunchback. Not a gargoyle, he's a hunchback. He's a Hulk villain. He's a Hulk villain. This motherfucker will get punted into the sun. Anyways. Next, of course, after Gargoyle is Gorilla Girl, who's actually voiced by the voice actor of Soldier in Overwatch, which was kind of like a what the fuck moment. It's like, I didn't realize that until like, until I played it, until I played this game for you, all of you, live on Twitch, and for the YouTube VOD viewers. You can turn into a gorilla, by the way. I genuinely don't know much about Gorilla Girl outside of this game, and I think maybe she appears in the next game? It's like a Marvel game? Except for, if I'm correct, she's on Jimmy Woo's team, so, you know. Kinda cool. Also, I would like to add, in the mission to get her, she apparently can't find her clothes, but she's still wearing her pants. So, honestly, she just lost her top. But we still have to collect her pants. For some reason. Next, of course, is Grandmaster. It's not Jeff Goldblum, so I'm always disappointed by Grandmaster in this game. Grim Reaper. This is Wonder Man's brother, who of course dies and gets reborn by Wonder Man. And that's how he gets his powers. And he can respawn, basically. That's his entire power. He respawns. Also in this game, he has a scythe for a hand, which I don't think is comic accurate. So, fun. Next, of course, is Happy Hogan. Happy Hogan is, of course, the top employee in Stark Industries. He's Stark's limo driver. And then, of course, he works for S.H.I.E.L.D. For some reason. Also, he's played by Jon Favreau, who, of course, directed the first 2 Iron Man films. Which I find it funny, because, like, he just self-inserted himself as Happy Hogan. Harley Keener! He's also an MC original. He fires spuds. He fires potatoes. I kind of like the fact that he just fires potatoes and nothing else. If I'm correct, he's Anakin used technology, but he's very small. Anyways, next is, of course, Hawkeye. This is the pretty much Hawkeye from LEGO Marvel Spears ones, but now he can actually like shoot different kinds of arrows, except for just explosive ones. He can shoot sonic arrows, which like breaks glass, and he can shoot gold arrows, which breaks gold. We got Hawkeye, Age of Ultron. A lot better than the last design, not gonna lie. The slick back hair looks a bit weird on him. Like the ruffled up look. And then, of course, we got Hawkeye Classic, which was DLC in the last game. So, fun stuff. I say fun stuff a lot. Kate Bishop, of course. Kate Bishop is in the MCU now. She was played by Haley Steinfeld, Steinfeld? One of the fucking names. And, yeah. That's all there really is. If I'm correct, she doesn't appear after it. I don't know if she's going to be appearing later. I know Harry Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld from her music. That's pretty much all I know about her. She's an actor, I know that. She plays, if I'm correct, she plays Kate in the, League of Legends show. So, good for her. Next, we got Hazmat, a part of the Young Avengers initiative. She can basically shoot cancer rays. You basically can shoot people with the cancer rays. Hey, you want cancer? Bam! Yeah, that you know that one like semi-iconic comic clip? Clip? Yeah, clip. Yeah. Comic like snippet where it's like, go back to your cell, I'll give you cancer, and the guy's like, oh Jesus Christ! They used to just punch you in the face. Yeah, that's her. That's Hazmat. That's what she's best known for. Next, of course, is Heimdall. Comic accurate Heimdall. Still with the shrinking sword. He's got a small sword. Look at him. He got a small sword. Oh, it's big. It got hard. God damn, Idris Elba. And then we got Hellcat, of course, a love interest of Tony Stark, and of course she appears in the Jessica Jones TV show as Jessica Jones' adopted sister. And if I'm correct, she's not the original Hellcat. If I'm correct, this is just... If I'm correct, Tigra wore this originally before giving it to... If I'm correct, her name's Patsy. Hogan. It's a mace-wielding character. You can take it or leave him. I'll leave him. He dies in Ragnarok better than, like, Fandral and, like, the other fucker. The guy who looks like he's from Lord of the Rings. I'm going to hell. He dies in a battle with, like, hell instead of just being, you know, shot in, like, mere moments after being introduced into the movie. Next is Hulk Killer. He has exactly 2 comics to his name. In one of the comics, he appears for 1 comic panel, because he's a robot created by the Leader. And the next comic he appears in, he fucking dies to Hulk, because he gets ripped apart. I'm not shitting you. They were really looking at the bottom of the barrel for this game. I don't know what they were doing. They should have just allowed X-Men to be in it if they were looking this hard. But yeah, he's just a big fig. What you gonna do when Hulk Killer comes for you, huh? Run and hide? No, rip him apart. Next, of course, is Hulkling, no relation to the Hulk. He is Wiccan's husband. Yeah. And, of course, he can fly. He got wings. I forget what type of alien race he is. He's not human. He's not, like, gamma radiation dudes. All around, he's a pretty cool character to have in this game. And if I'm correct, he appears in the next game, too. Right? Right? Someone correct me on that, please! Next, of course, is the original Human Torch. Human Torch original, brackets, because this is not Johnny Storm. This is the World War II hero, Human Torch. Basically, the original Human Torch from, like, 1940. I'm not shitting you. There's 2 Human Torches. Johnny Storm and then this fucking robot. Because this is a fucking robot. In fact, let me just get nitpicky here. The body for this robot is actually Vision. This is technically Vision before Vision. Ultron found this body laying in, like, a desert somewheres. Found this robot and was like, let's put Vision's mind into it. And yeah. So this is technically Vision before Vision. He's also can go on fire, like Human Torch. Again, I feel like they could just have had the Fantastic Four in here. They had fucking Egghead in here, but not Fantastic Four. But all around, I'm not mad. He still does technically make an appearance at the Stark Expo in the first Captain America movie. Like in one of the fucking one of the, like, armor cases. All around, I'll take it. Iron Fist. He does a charging uppercut that you won't believe. All around, alright character. Pretty much just acrobatic martial artist, and a reason for Gregory Sipes to make so much weird, or Greg Sipes just make so much weird sounds. Next, of course, is Iron Legion, throwaway character. It's just Iron Man, but like robotic fully. Next, of course, is we're going into Iron Man's Iron Man Mark 1. He has a flamethrower instead of like an actual laser. He doesn't shoot. He shoots explosives, but he can't fly. And he doesn't have like the little double jump animation. He just rolls. Next, of course, we have. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to briefly transform into Mark 5. Then I'm going to show the animation for transforming into Mark 1. So here's the Mark 5 animation. It's a suitcase. Remember the race car where he first... The scene where he first meets Whiplash. This is the armor he wears. Pretty cool. He doesn't have laser. He has a charge. He has explosives. So like, it's like the Iron Man from like the first few levels of Lego Marvel Super Heroes 1. Then of course we got. First, let's just show off the. Yeah, this is fun. I like this one. I like this. I like the animation. That's cool. Next, of course, we have Iron Man Mark 6. That's Mark 7. Fuck me. Pretty much, yeah, he got the laser. He's got the flights. He's got everything that Iron Man has. Let's go to Mark 6. Which is the Avengers Iron Man 1. It's like the Avengers film, as you can look at this. They really put their effort into it. I won't deny, they put their effort into the animations. But all around, same as Mark 7. Don't know what else to tell you, just a nice little animation. Next, of course, is Mark 16. The invisible one. You can turn invisible with this one. If I'm correct, this is like the only character that can fly and turn invisible. I could be wrong here. For all I know, fucking Doctor Strange in the DLC can fucking do that, but like, next of course is Iron Man Heartbreaker. If I said that it's kind of just the same as every other one, would you blame me? I mean, it looks cool. Still don't know what comic run this is from. I gotta find that comic, honestly. I need to know where it comes from. I need to know what made this so popular to be put into, like, this LEGO game. And, like, into, like, fucking the last LEGO game, too. But overall the same, except he fires the laser from his chest. That's kind of a neat little switch up. Oh, did not mean to do that. In fact, hold on. Next, of course, is Iron Man Mark 25. It's basically the digging one. He digs. And if I'm correct, his drills shoot missiles, and he can actually go into... He can dig dirt, of course, but he can also go through, like, the Sandman... Remember how last game there's, like, sand pals that Sandman could, like, go through? Yeah, that's pretty much this Mark 25. That's what Mark 25 is. Overall, alright. I'm correct, he shoots drills, too. Well, not like repulsor blasts. So. Intriguing, you know? Next, of course, is Silver Centurion. I don't know what fucking one this is from. I honestly feel like a term of this episode is gonna be, I don't know what the fuck this character is. He's just in the game. That's all I know about him. But no. If I'm correct, this is just unique for the simple fact he has a large chest piece. Sorry, I had a coughing fit, and then I had to go. This is gonna be TMI, but I just blew my nose out, and yeah, we're back. Oh no, it's the allergies. It's allergy season. It's almost April. It's almost April. Yeah, but overall, it's an alright edition. I can see why they added it. Definitely has a unique look to it. Looks like it was drawn by Lee Einfeld. You know that one picture of Captain America he drew, where he just got massive, big old titties. Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. Next, of course, is Iron Man Mark 40. This is the fast one. It fast as fuck, boy. It does a lot. Yeah, but basically all around, he's super fast. Not as fast as like Quicksilver for some fucking reason. You can't hold down B, but you hold down B, fire laser. It's just like that's just how it goes. So he's just somewhat sort of fast. Like if this is like regular jogging speed for like characters, he's like maybe 2 times faster. Weird. I don't know. Next, of course, is Iron Man Mark 42, which is of course the one where in the movie he just gets flat. What scene was it? During the Christmas music, where he just puts on the Christmas music, and if I'm correct, the armor plate hits him in the dick. That's this is the armor. Zip and hit him in the dick in this game. It just kind of goes on. Overall, same Iron Man. What you got? Next, of course, is Iron Man Mark 43. I said this was the same thing almost. These are different, like, changing suit animations. Would you believe me? I feel like you would. Because, yeah, that is kind of what the whole shtick is. Same thing. It's a mark up. It appears later in the fucking movie. Later in the Iron Man 3 movie. Next, of course, got Mark 45. I'm correct, this is the DLC one, right? Is this not the DLC one? No, this isn't the DLC one. Correct, there's like Mark 46, which is DLC. But all around, same thing again. Fucking copy and paste. Why not? It's a fucking Lego game. I don't expect them to make the fucking Van Gogh type shit. But also, next we have Superior Iron Man, which is quite literally Evil Iron Man. It is Ultron, but Tony Stark. All around nanotechnology, quite nice. And pretty much the same thing. It's the same thing as all the other fucking suits, but you know it's not the same thing. Hulkbuster. Hulkbuster's not the same thing. Hulkbuster, very fucking different. Because it's huge. Also, it doesn't have rocket size, but it can fly and has super strength. It's a lot better than it did in the last game where it was just a big figure. And honestly, I like the size of it. Like, let's just do a lap around Empire State Building real quick. Not as big as like Fang or something, like a lot bigger than it used to be. Next, of course, is Iron Man Mark 38. This is pretty much just the demolition suit Iron Man. This is what he would use to rescue civilians from like fallen buildings and all that. So honestly, you can just sum him up as a basic minifigure. He doesn't have like any explosions or lasers. He just fisticuffs. And of course, we have Ironmonger, the main villain of the first Iron Man the main villain of the first Iron Man movie, and of course he gets killed by something. Yeah, Tesseract. The fuck is it? Tesseract is the cube. Arc reactor. The giant ass arc reactor. That's in like the original like Stark Industries building. Next of course is Iron Patriot, the first is just Brody. This is pretty much just a repaint of fucking War Machine. Jack of Hearts. I still don't know enough about Jack of Hearts, except I think he's a Scarlet Witch Doctor Strange corrupted hero villain. So like he's like former hero turned villain by like a dark dimension, if I'm correct. That's a little shtick. Overall, what you gonna do? It's just filler. They were looking at the bottom of the barrel. I got a lot of these characters at the bottom of the barrel. Like you're telling me they thought of Lorelei. Or like fucking Rogue or something like that. What the fuck? Jane Foster, she's in the game. That's all I can say. She was DLC last game, and she's just a pretty much civilian character. She can use technology. That's it. Next, of course, is Jewel, or Jessica Jones. Of course, she has her own TV show. She's in a cage. She was originally created in 2003, but she was like retconned to be like the first ever Spider-Man fucking comic. So funny. And this is also, of course, not Detective Jessica Jones. This is when Jessica Jones was a superhero, you know, saving the day. Next is Justin Hammer. If I'm correct, he only comes back in like the fucking like short film after Iron Man 3, where they turn him into a prison bitch, which you know isn't the first thing to happen. But like, still kind of like, what the fuck, Marvel? That's a weird way to go with Justin Hammer. No, because he supplied the weapons to terrorists. We got Claw Henchman, gun-toting character number 63. We got Komodo, who I didn't expect to be in this game at all, but she's here. Unlock her in the South Korea level. All around, she can attack with her tail. I don't mind it, basically. I'm correct, she's a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so nothing abhorrent here. But like, weird thing is about this game is like they have like Guardians of the Galaxy side characters, but not the main Guardians of the Galaxy. Like the closest we get to like main Guardians of the Galaxy is Nebula. What the fuck? Next we have my son, Corvette. If I'm correct, he's an evil AI. Basically, he's just one evil dude. He's a bastard who's overpowered as shit. He can't take damage. He has super strength. He can use... I take that back. He can't use technology weirdly, even though he's an AI. But he can pretty much do everything that you can't. Curse, big figure number 2. I hate the design in this game more than the Lego Marvel superheroes. I gotta grab some money after this row. We got Laufey, of course, the King Frost Giant and Loki. Not bad, but it's pretty much the same design as in the last game. We have Laura Barton, or Mockingbird. Mockingbird's also in the game, but this is Laura Barton is Bird, also known as Hawkeye's wife. Yeah, she's correct. She has agility, but it obviously doesn't look obvious. Next, of course, is Leader. He shoots a ray gun now, and he has mind control, and he's pretty much the same as he was in the last game. Except, well, better gun. Lightspeed. She was a member of the Young Avengers Initiative, and then she became part of the Foundation. She can fly, too. For some reason. I didn't expect it, but she can fly. And she's very gay. No, literally. She is... If I'm correct, she is pansexual in the comics. She got the rainbow following her for some reason in this game. Next, of course, is Loki. Standard Loki. He got the ice giant powers with the ice cube. I don't know what this item is specifically. He got Loki no helmet, kind of like how Captain America has no helmet, but he has no staff with this one either. So it should be Loki no helmet and no staff. Loki in a suit. Cool. We got to see Tom Hiddleston in the suit. That's the plus. And next we get Lorelei, who is one of Thor's love interests. If I'm correct, she's kind of like Enchantress, but it's less of using magic to make Thor fall in love with her, but more like Thor's already enamored with her, so she uses it to be evil. Next is Lou Ferrigno, the actor. Yeah. Lou Ferrigno. The first Hulk from like the 70s and 80s. You can turn into Hulkasm. He's also voiced by Lou Ferrigno in the game, but also... Oh, that's stupid. Oh, that's stupidly amazing. I love it. I don't mind it. It's good, and also this is how he changes backs. Next we got Luke Cage. Of course, he has his own TV show. Of course, he has his own TV show and all that fun stuff. If I'm correct, he's yet to appear in the main MCU. He's just in the Netflix shows. Next, of course, is Madame B. If I'm correct, she is... I think she is a comic original character, but she's in one scene in the MCU. Because, well, she trained Natasha in the way of ballerina and deadly arts or something like that. She's got a gun. Gun-toting character number 83. And then we finally got Malekith, who is a waste of our fucking time. If I'm correct, different design than in the first game. Both, not only in the base first game, but in the DLC. I don't think he had long hair in the first game. And finally, and we're gonna take a break right here just so I can grab some honey for my throat. Talking's hard, and I've been talking for an hour straight. I don't know how some people do this for a career, like professional speakers. Jesus Christ. I'm grabbing honey, I'll be right back. We're back. I got honey. And by honey, I mean I got like fucking honey from it. Anyways, yeah, okay. After Malekith is, in fact, Mandarin, Trevor Slattery, aka the joke Mandarin, the fake Mandarin. When you hold B, he pulls out the noise maker for some reason. I guess it's because he's British. He also, chucks soccer balls. That's about all I have about him. He's stupid. And then, of course, we have the classic Mandarin. It's pretty much the same Mandarin from as, like, last game. But if I'm correct, they actually gave him the rings this time, which is kind of cool. And he can fly, too. I don't think he could fly in the last game. Anyways, next, of course, is Mantis, who, for some reason, is in this game, but not, like, fucking Gamora or Star-Lord. If I'm correct, she has telekinesis and mind control, and that's pretty much it. You get her by beating up flowers. I shit you not. And next, of course, is Maria Hill. Maria Hill has a weird aiming animation. That's pretty much all I can say about her. And she's actually voiced by Colby Smulders in this game, so, like, that's something, but, like, she gives nothing to the role. Honestly, you could have just brought back Danielle Molet. Or Monlet. I don't know. Danielle Monlet? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Yeah, but this is and then, of course, got Age of Ultron shield. Maria Hill, which is pretty much just Maria Hill without any fucking shield logo. Next is Maya Hansen. I'm going to, fuck, who is this bitch? You knock her in the toe. Oh, right, she's part that she created the Extrema guys, and, like, Eldritch Killian. Oh, yeah, and she gets killed by Eldritch Killian. Right, that was her. So, you know, she's just a throwaway character for some reason. Next, we got Mighty Destroyer. If I'm correct, he's a British character. And all he can do is shrink. That's all he can do in this game. If I'm correct, he's like the main villain in the Deadpool game, in the 2013 Deadpool game, but like in this game, he just shrinks. Why? Oh no, that was Mr. Sinister. I take that back. Next, of course, is Mockingbird, also known as Laura Barton, or Hawkeye's wife. Yeah, weirdly, Laura Barton and Mockingbird aren't the same in this game for some reason. They don't really mention it, but okay. MODOK! The mechanically organically designed only for killing. MODOK, right? That's it. Pretty much, he's alright. I don't hate it. He's pretty much the same as from last game. But he can fly now, and I think he lost his like super laser charge, like with his jet. So, you know, unfortunate. How unfortunate! Moonboy, of course, is from the Savage Land comics. He pretty much looks like fucking Wolverine here. I wouldn't be surprised if this was supposed to be Wolverine, and then they're like, "Hey, we can't have any of the X-Men in," and they were like, "Fuck, who can we replace this with?" They're like, "I know who, Moonboy." Moon Knight, a lot better in this game than in the fucking last one. Because, like, I mean, he can throw his stars. He has his fucking, pole, or extrema sticks. But, he has the best glide in this goddamn game. And I'm gonna destroy it, and I'm gonna destroy it. I'm gonna show it to you right now.
reports of criminal activity close to your location. Guess the bad guys don't want you to get too rusty, huh?
Anyways, that's Moon Knight. Anyways, next we're moving on to Moon Dragon. Ooh, she can fly. All around decent character. She's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. What the fuck? Is this the fucking coins that were on top of the fucking Fantastic Four Baxter building? But they just forgot to remove them. What the fuck? These are the coins that were on top of the Fantastic Four Baxter building in the first game. But they just forgot to remove them, so like they're just floating like several hundred feet above the building. What the shit? Okay. Guess that's there. Yeah, but Moon Dragon all around. If I'm correct, she's Drax's daughter in the comics, so ooh. It's Drax, if I'm correct in the comics, it's human. Isn't that how it goes? Next, of course, is Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers. All around, okay character. She's pretty much the same from the last game, but, you know, called Carol Danvers in parentheses. Next, we got Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. She can do this. She a very stretchy girl, but I'm still kind of fucked up that they kind of changed the abilities in the MCU. To the point where they had to kill her off in the comics to give her the new abilities in the MCU, and now she's a mutant too. She's not inhuman. Ow. Next, of course, is Nebula. Again, the fact she's in here but Gamora isn't is quite weird, but at least we got Nebula in the game. Like, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth, I'll just, like, be very confused by the gift horse. Next is Nick Fury, who, of course, if I'm correct, not the same as in the... They kind of changed him up a bit more in this compared to his... Well, they did a lot, because if I'm correct, he was just in a shield attire. This, he's, like, in a leather jacket and, like, gray sweats and all that, and fuck yeah, he looks badass. It's a lot better. Samuel L. Jackson would be proud. And then, of course, we got Nick Fury with the bazooka, which is obviously an upgrade. Because it's a fucking bazooka, what do you expect? Next is Nova, who for some reason is in this game. Honestly, I don't know why he's here. Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess. He's not in the MCU yet. Yet, I feel like I can specify. Fucking, if you're watching this in 2030 and he's like, he's having his second solo film, then you know what? Fuck me, I guess. We have, also he's part of the Nova Corps, which are the, pretty much, army on Xandar, right? Is that not how it goes from the Nova Corps? Next is Odin, who of course was DLC in the last game. He's... It's okay. It's alright. Nothing new. The other, a controller of the Aether appears. I don't remember him being controller of the Aether. Because he's only in the movies, not in the comics. He's an MCU original and MCU original only. Next, of course, is Pepper Potts. Pretty much, you know, same as last game. Same design and everything. They didn't even get Gwyneth Paltrow to come in and do the reading for her. Not even to do, like, they didn't even reuse Gwyneth Paltrow's footage from, like, any of the Iron Man movies, or Avengers movies. Just Pepper Potts. And then we got Pepper Potts in Mark II. She can't fly, she can fucking break her neck, though. And she has laser. And explosives. No flight, though. She has Kabashi bump landing on your neck. Scorpioning herself. Next is the Protector, who's not even from the 616 universe. He's from a different universe, but was trapped in the 616 universe, so now he's just there. And if I'm correct, he made all of, like, 16 appearances in the comics, and another, like, deep bag grab from the TT games here. Next, of course, is Quasar. I don't know much about Quasar, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm correct, he was in the Infinity War comics, and that's it. Well, that's all I know of him. And if I'm correct, he's just like a god-esque character. Next, of course, is Quicksilver. Of course, he's the fast boy. He's the fastest boy in all the West. He can climb. He can walk on water because he is Christ. But yeah, all around, no complaints here. Aaron Taylor Johnson did a good job representing him, considering he was only allowed to be, like, fucking Quill. Right, that's not Quill. Pietro. Next we have Ragnarok. Ragnarok is like in the comics for like a little bit before being killed by Thor after killing Giant Man, which was specifically this one up here. Black Goliath. I call him Giant Man, it's Black Goliath, sorry. All around, none of ways in the game. Like, the only thing that he has going for him in MCU is that his name's Ragnarok. There's a movie called Ragnarok. Next is Ravage, which is apparently, I had to deep dig this one, apparently is one of Bruce Banner's teachers from back in college. But when he saw Bruce Banner become Hulk and had all these great abilities, he was like, I want some of that. And so he did the same test, and he became Hulk, and he became Evil Hulk. And he's a ginger, so that makes him double more evil. Next we got Red Hulk, which of course is pretty much the same from the last game. Except he can, no, there's nothing. It's the same from the last game. But new gun. Next, we have Red She-Hulk, which is of course Betty Ross, Red Hulk's daughter. You know, Thunderbolt Ross, Betty Ross. I kind of wish that if you held Y, she kind of turned into that demon type shit that you can turn into in the comics. But you know, that's just wishful thinking. Let me take another step.
Oh!
She notably hates the color green. Because, you know, she's rivals with, She-Hulk. So, fun stuff. Red Skull, he has the same gun, but he doesn't, it's not pulse fire, and it's also an Uzi. But, you know, fucking why not? He's in here. If I'm correct, you can call him Hydratrix too, right? Yeah. Next, of course, is Reptile. He is a part of the Young Avengers initiative. I thought he was a villain when I first saw him back in, like, 2015. I was like, what the fuck are you? But, yeah, apparently he's a good guy. If I'm correct, he was born to, like, almost like Squirrel Girl-esque reasons. Like, his DNA was spliced with dinosaurs when he was in his mama belly. They were scientists, you see, his mama and his dad, so they thought there'd be a little funny, silly haha, and spliced dinosaur DNA into him. And this is what it came out with, a nightmare. We got Rescue, which is Pepper Potts, so she can fly, just not in the Iron Man suit, just in the Rescue suit. Weird. Weird, game, weird. All around the same version as, like, in the last game. Ronan the Accuser, again, same version as last game, except I think, yeah, no, he has a perfect name. And, like, this is also after the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, so, like, he could have been MCU-ified. But no, they kept comic accurate, which is kind of cool. Next is Ronan, Blade. They couldn't get regular Blade in here, like, kind of looking like Wesley Snipes-looking Blade, so they just kind of put Ronan in here. Ronan, of course, being Hawkeye's alias in Avengers Endgame when he goes after the Japanese Yakuza. So, you know, at least that's going. We got Scarlet Witch, this bitch. I'm just saying, they talk about Quill, you know, causing the events of the Endgame and all that. But, like, honestly, if she would have not pussied out and just whacked that shit out of Vision's head as quickly as it came in, you know, would have been great. See what happens when you fall in love with AI, kids. Next is Sentry. Sentry, of course, is appearing in the next Thunderbolts film, which is pretty much the answer to the Marvel's answer to the Suicide Squad film. He's gonna murk Taskmaster, and that's unfortunate. But he's pretty much an evil superhero. That's it, evil superhero. Next is She-Hulk. Of course, we got Bruce Banner's cousin, Jennifer Walters. That's her name, right? Jennifer Walters, if I'm correct. All around, just pretty much a strong character. Your basic strong minifig. Nothing to write home about. But when she double jumps, it looks like she's trying to fiercely take a shit. And also, when you hold A, it just... It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's great. Next, we got the Shield Scientist. A waste of time, honestly. We have Sif. Not a waste of time completely. She appears in Thor 1, 2, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a shit show, and Loki Season 1 and I think 2. So, all around, not completely the worst character to have. She has shield, she has a sword. What you gonna do? Next, we got Scar, Hulk's son. He appeared in the MCU in the She-Hulk show. For some reason. Remember in Age of Ultron when he said he couldn't have kids with Black Widow? Because she couldn't have kids? Well, he was lying. He was a liar. He lied. And his son has a sword. His name's Scar. He's from World War Hulk. Next is Speed, Wanda's child. Technically. I mean, Wanda created him with magic, and then he got fucking reborn into another family after the events of House of M. And then all that lovely, lovely stuff. And yeah. We got Spitfire, if I'm correct, is a part of the Young Avengers initiative? Call me wrong if I am. I don't know much about Spitfire, honestly. Oh no, she's British. Next we got Squirrel Girl Classic. This is just classic Squirrel Girl. She can climb, she can super jump. And she can, of course, do the thing with the squirrels. And just... I gotta grab Honey again after I'm done doing the base roster. And she has also the Squirrel Girl neck. Oh yeah! Best character in the game.
I know you probably have your hands full.
She shoots nuts. Do 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 do.
Nearby area that could really use your attention.
She shoots nuts. Do 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 do. And the lasers are also nuts, which is kind of cool. Nuts and chairs. Then of course we have Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, which is from the Unbeatable comic series. Pretty much the same, just with a modernized look. Next, of course, is Stanley, and I quite like this character because he has bow and arrow, he has... You hold B, if you tap B, he has the shield with his face on it, which is great. He can swing like Daredevil, because again, Spider-Man wasn't in the base game. And also he has, okay, not only does he still have, Hulk, Stan Hulk, which is great, and then 100% awesome. He also has... hold on, wait, let's get inside his mind here. Iron Stan! Which is kind of the opposite of, like, the Iron Man Mark 1 animation, but Tony Stark brings in the armor. Pretty cool. He can fly around like Iron Man. It's got the same model as the Iron Man Mark 1, but he can fly. It's got the laser, he can shoot shit. All you need for an Iron Man, really. And then finally, the piece de resistance, the Stand Buster. Where his desk is literally his weapon. As you can see, his desk is on his back. Let's just fly around with him for a minute. God, that's so cool. My god, this is great. Fucking love this character. I love Stanley. As much as I give him shit for, like, stealing ideas, he's just such a lovable person. He's such a very much front runner of the show, you know? Like Roger Kirby and Dan Slott's, they're more in the background doing the work. Well, he was the people person. Stryker, of course, part of the Young Avengers initiative. Not much to say about him, except he has electricity powers. If you couldn't tell, because his name is fucking Stryker. Next is Swordman. He appeared in the Hawkeye TV show as Kate Bishop's stepfather, who's a criminal. And all around nothing to write home about completely, except Magical Sword. Next is Taskmaster, who of course is pretty much the same. It's just a mix of Hawkeye and Captain America. Just like the first game. We got Thanos for the first time in the main game. And he has different shit. Oh my god, look at that. Belly flop. And he can fly too, right? No, is that only in the second Lego Marvel Superheroes game? Weird. All around, I like the fact he's in the base game. Still a bit basic, but you know what's not. Next we have Thor. Tell which one's which. I dare ya. Got the real Thor. He's got the and then of course we got Age of Ultron Thor, which is pretty much more little metal fucking circles on him. I'm very good at talking. Very good at talking, if you couldn't tell. Next, of course, is Thor Girl, an alien who's not even remotely related to Thor. She's just an alien who shifted her form into Thor Girl just because, you know, she saw Thor and was like, give me a piece of that. So, yeah, she's not Asgardian. Also... So, all-around character. Next, I got Thor Jane Foster. Again, another... pretty much, she would, of course, appear in the... Thor Love and Thunder. I already told you her story. Cancer, you know, she's battling cancer, so that makes her worthy. And, you know, she dies because she likes being a Thor girl so much. Because every time she picks up the fucking... the hammer... the radiation leaves her body from her chemotherapy. So, you know, fun stuff. We got Thunderstrike, who I know fuck all about. I don't know who the fuck Thunderstrike is. That's me being honest. I like the hammer. Kind of reminds me of Stormbreaker a bit, but like, I don't know who the fuck this is. Next is Tigra, of course, originally. If I'm correct, she doesn't appear in the MCU yet, but she's like a member of Hawkeye's team. That's in Space Law. You guys know that? She can climb, she can dig, she's pretty much cat character number 5. We got Tony Stark with the arc reactor and Tony Stark without the arc reactor. That's pretty much it. We have Trauma, which of course the Young Avengers initiative. I do like the fact when he charges his abilities. I think we're gonna have to go down here to demonstrate it. But when he charges, he turns into a spider. And I like that. I like that a lot. Next is Ultron Mark 1. So of course the Broken Legion Ultron. Then of course we got Ultimate Ultron, which is kind of just basic Ultron. Cool, I guess. Then we have Ultron Prime, which is very evil, very MCU-esque Ultron. And look at the goddamn laser on this bad boy. Holy shit. That's a cool-ass laser. Next is, and by the way, we're on the final row. Ulysses Claw. He doesn't exactly have one arm yet, but he can call in his bad boys. He's played by Andy Serkis, who's Gollum, by the way, which is a weird fun fact. Union Jack, he's a part of the Howling Commandos. Stiff upper lip. That's a weird achievement. He got dual-wield pistols. He's pretty much a British spy, but if I'm correct, he was French in the MCU. I like the jump. I like the double jump animation because he kind of does like a Jeff Hardy swanton bomb. Next is Ultron Sentry, throwaway character. Ultron Sentry Officer, which is pretty much Ultron fucking Sentry with a thicker skull. We got Valkyrie, of course, appearing later in Thor Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, portrayed by Tessa Thompson. Honestly, I think she does a good job. But, of course, she's not a raging alcoholic in this fucking game. Next, we got Vale, who's part of the Young Avengers Initiative. I gotta take a minute to get more honey after I finish this row.
Reminds me of when that guy stole a priceless gem.
If I'm correct, if I'm correct, her entire matter is gas, and she can control it. So interesting. Viper, of course, it's just Miss Hydra. She got a whip. That's pretty much it. Crack the whip. Overall, she gets called Miss Hydra in the next game, which kind of like eases everything for me because it annoys me she's called Viper in like 5 years. Vision. This is the one only Vision, of course. Technically original Human Torch if you're a comic fucking nerd. Cheap viewers. Oh, fuck off. Cuba 2040, get out of here. All around, decent character. You get him later in the story. He can go through vents. We got Volstagg, who of course is terrifyingly murked in quick succession, right next to Fandral in Thor Ragnarok by Hela, who doesn't appear on the screen. But all around, alright character. He belongs in fucking Lord of the Rings, let's be honest. Next is War Machine. Of course, it's just a roadie. If I'm correct, you unlock him in one of the Age of Ultron in the last Age of Ultron level, because he flies around the helicarrier with Tony. Over around, pretty much basic Iron Man character, except with the over-the-shoulder mount turret. We got Wasp, classic. So basically classic Wasp. It's the same as in the last game, except I think they kind of like redesigned her like body. I think they added more shading to wear. Next, of course, is Wendigo, which is pretty much the Canadian and North American beast folklore of the Wendigos of native tongue. Oral history, Committing cannibalism in the forest turns you into one of these bad boys, apparently. So, fun shit. White Tiger, of course, from the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show. And, of course, I mean, she's not from there. Like, if I'm correct, she's also debuting soon in the Daredevil Born Again TV show, because her dad got murked in the show. Her dad got killed in the show. Next, we got Wiccan, of course, the son of Scarlet Witch. Alright, same backstory as Speed. They're twins. Winter Soldier, brainwashed Bucky Barnes. Another gun-toting character, sadly. Nothing really unique, except, like, he doesn't even have explosives. He can call in, Hydra goons. Is that something? We got Wizard, who for some reason slipped his fingers into this game. Honestly, I think it's the same reason why Absorbing Man's in here. They just kind of forgot about him. All around. Okay. He's here. And then finally we got X-Ray, which is pretty much... I don't know X-Ray's backstory. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know X-Ray's backstory. He looks like a fucking color swap of... a palette swap of, Korvac. Yeah, I think he is a palette swap of Korvac. Kind of, almost. Just different. And that's all for the base game characters. I'm going to grab some more honey before getting to the final few characters, because there's like 1, 2, 3 rows left. Holy shit. And yeah, we'll be back in a minute. I need honey. My throat hurts. Alright, honey, down gullet. Let's go. Game. Lego Marvel Avengers. Yeah. Okay, now we're going with the DLC. All these games are DLC, so, you know, but not in the base game, so if you buy the game and you don't see fucking, like, I don't know, Meteorite in here, then, you know we're there, the DLC. You gotta pay for them. Next is, Iron Man in space. He got his extra jet and bolsters on his back. That's kind of the main thing. We got Iron Man Scuba, which is pretty much deep sea Iron Man, and honestly, it's alright. Just a bit bulkier. We got Iron Red Skull, or Iron Skull, which is a terrifying concept in itself. If I'm correct, that's kind of what happened in Old Man Logan. Red Skull got the Iron Man suit. We got Captain America in space. It's Captain America, but he can fly. What the shit? I like the weird ass jetpack on the back. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of stupid. I like it in the fucking. If I'm correct, they call them rebreathers or something like that in the James Bond universe, but like the oxygen tank. We got Captain America in his scuba. He walks like Howard the Duck. Hold on, let's do a flip. Flip complete. We got Hyperion. If I'm correct, he's just your classic superhero-esque character. He's part of the Thunderbolts pack. We got Atlas, kind of based off of the god Atlas. You know, he holds up the earth. He can grow. That's pretty much it, except that he doesn't have super strength. No. We have Citizen V, which is actually Baron Zemo, but like under a mask. Because, you know, Hydra Baron Zemo would probably not want to be liked, would probably not be liked by the, you know, masses of America that he tried to kill on so many occasions. We got Jolt. I have no idea who the fuck Jolt is. All I know is she's got electricity powers. No fucking clue. Never looked her up on the wiki. She looks alright. Looks like a Spider-Man villain. Now, Mac V is, or Mac 5, is actually Beetle, from the Spider-Man villain, Beetle. So yeah, believe it or not, he's in this game as well, technically, by technicality. Different character, same person, under the armor. Cool. Got Meteorite, who is, of course, pretty much, she can fly, she's a superhero character. But she's a super villain, she's evil. Then we got Songbird, who of course has like sonic powers. He can just, you know, form wings. I'm correct, she appeared in the X-Men Days of Future Past, right? What was the first X-Men movie with, like, in 2011? That like introduced us to, like, young Magneto and young Professor X. That was the movie she debuted in. We got Techno, which is actually Chase's dad in the game. This is his fists. These are the gauntlets Chase steals. And then, of course, we got Agent 13. We're on the Civil War pack. This is PS4 and PC exclusive, so if you're on Xbox, suck a dick. Like I had to do for, like, so many fucking years. But Agent 13, gun-toting character. She throws grenades. She's... jeez. Trying to find the word for it. Still trying to find the word for it. It's not athletic. She has agility. That's the word I was looking for. All around, alright character. We have Black Panther, Civil War. I know, Black Panther's not in the base game, weirdly enough, but he is in the DLC. Which is kind of scummy on Lego, on TT Spark, but, like, I guess gotta make people buy the game. Buy the DLC. We got Captain America, Civil War, all around. A better version of the unmasked Captain America. Fight me on it. But overall, he's the same. We got Crossbone, Civil War. He dies in Civil War because he kind of gets thrown into like a hospital and explodes. By Scarlet Witch. And then we got Falcon, the Avenger. If I'm correct, this is the model they use for the next game too. But overall, not bad. I like this model a lot more than the in-game one. We got Iron Man Mark 46, which is pretty much the basic Iron Man that you all love and see. I love to see it. Then we got Scarlet Witch in Civil War. Not much different from Scarlet Witch in-game, but she can float. That's the one difference. She can float. And honestly, I feel like that should have been in the base game. Then we got War Machine. Dark, edgy, you know, different over-the-shoulder mount. And if I'm correct, this is the War Machine they went with in the next LEGO Marvel Superhero game. So, fun stuff. Then we got Winter Soldier in Civil War. Same thing as in the base game. What you gonna do? Next, we got the Masters of Evil pack, aka a bunch of villains who didn't. Let's just be honest, a bunch of villains who didn't make the cut for the base game, but were added because they're kind of iconic and nostalgic. Next, of course, we have Baron Zemo. This would be his first appearance in the LEGO game, and that's pretty much all he had. Really. He has a sword, and also has a mask stuck to his face using Adhesive X, which is kind of like the main plot point of the DLC mission. But, like, it doesn't show him getting it stuck to his face. We got Black Knight, Dane Whitman. If I'm correct, Dane Whitman's the good Black Knight, right? He's in the MCU, too. He was, like, at the end of Eternals. Remember that? Yeah. Dane Whitman's pretty cool. And if I'm correct, he has a horse. Next, of course, is Black Knight Nathan Garrett. There's 3 Black Knights. He has a lance instead of a sword, and he's alright, honestly. I like his jump animation, because, like, it just turns him up. It looks janky as hell, so that's why I like it. Also, his, like, slam attack is, like, very fucking, like... like, what the fuck? We got Enchantress, who's not in the base game, surprisingly. Considering all the Thor characters they had to fucking, like, scrounge out of the deep, dark depths of hell to put in. Enchantress is not in. Which, I mean, alright. Shit, she can't fly either, so... Then we got Executioner. Of course, he was played by... She was in, of course, Thor Ragnarok, but it was joined by Helicide. All around, alright to see him in here. I like comic accurate Executioner with Enchantress. Next, of course, the classic Iron Man. He, of course, has... Unlike in the last game, he has lasers and explosives, so it's not completely fucking useless. And of course we got Melter, a Iron Man villain who can melt shit. You know, it's kind of a villain. And Radio X-Man, another Iron Man villain. Who is, again, not in the base game. And I'm not surprised. If I'm correct, he doesn't even appear in the MCU. So, nah. We got classic Thor, which is Thor without the beard, and I hate Thor without the beard. I want Thor with the fucking beard. Chris Hemsworth has added to Thor by just simply giving him a beard. Fight me on it. Fight me. And then we got Whirlwind, who's not in the DLC mission, along with the Enchantress and Executioner. They're not in the DLC mission, but, you know, he's kind of got a full animation. I like the fact that he, like, has a tornado around him. He's in the first episode of Marvel Ultimate Avengers, or the Avengers show, Avengers Assemble. So, like, I always had a soft spot for Whirlwind. And he's a recurring character in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 game, so, you know. Again, soft spot for Whirlwind. Next, we have the Captain Marvel DLC. We have Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. We have Captain Marvel with the mask on. Same thing, but with the mask on. Then we got King the Conqueror, the main villain in the next game. Spoilers. Weirdly, doesn't really do much. He's not even in the main level. He's not even in the DLC level. We have Magnetron. The dude who kind of like saves her in the MCU from the explosion with 3D technology. Yeah, that's that dude. And if I'm correct, he has a connection in the MCU, and not in the MCU, in the comics to Captain Marvel. We got Moonstone, who's I thought she was more of a Hulk villain. I'm not gonna lie, but okay, I'll take it. Overall, not a bad character to have in a LEGO game. Just fly around with her. We have Pound Cakes. I know nothing about Pound Cakes, except she does a front flip whenever you press B. And she's super fucking strong. No, I actually do know about her. If I'm correct, she's also a She-Hulk villain. Next is Kick. If I'm correct, she's sidekicks to Hawkeye, and it's kind of weird she's in this DLC, but okay. And finally, we have... No, wait, not finally. We have Warword, which is, if I'm correct, the undercover alias of Captain Marvel. Or Miss Marvel, whichever one you choose. I could be incorrect, though. And finally, for this, we have Wonder Man, who is, of course, he's referenced in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and if I'm correct, he was supposed to be played by Nathan Fillion. He was used in, like, the Easter egg material as, like, Nathan. It was Nathan Fillion. Next is the Black Panther DLC, which includes the third Black Knight, Augustin de Luac. I'm French, I should be able to pronounce that, I can't. All around, a pretty alright character. You fight him in the actual DLC level. Pretty much the same as all the other guys. We got Black Panther, comic accurate Black Panther. For some reason, isn't in the base game, which is a what the fuck moment. We have the Dor Malaji Warrior, which is, I mean, alright. I mean, it's pretty much just filler. But it's canonic warrior. It's canonic thing. It's like a Doombot. It's like a shield agent. Of course, it's gonna be there. Then we got Killmonger, who's weirdly not in the DLC level, but he's here. He'll cut a bitch up. And if I'm correct, he is the cousin to Black Panther in the comics as well. We got M'Baku. And every time I hear M'Baku, all I can think about is that one tweet where a woman wishes M'Baku could break her back out. I'm sorry. But, like, that's all I think about whenever I see this character. And it's also my name. We got Shuri, which is, of course, Black Panther's sister. Smart, intelligent sister. She also has the same kind of, like, electricity rods that Black Widow has. So, and she chucks the spears. We got the classic Claw, not like Claw and Blue Circus. This is like comic accurate Claw, you know, with the whole like one arm thing. And finally, for this DLC, we have White Wolf, which is pretty much actually, if I'm correct, it's just Winter Soldier, right? If I'm correct, no, isn't it just Winter Soldier? In the MCU, Winter Soldier was called White Wolf. And then, of course, we have Baron Mordo in the Doctor Strange, in the all-new Doctor Strange pack. You fight him in the main, fight him in the DLC mission. He's alright. He gets powered by the Moon the mission. It's alright. It's an alright DLC. You got Clea. She appears at the end of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And if I'm correct, she's also in, her actor's also in The Boys. If I'm correct. I could be wrong. We have Doctor Strange, all new Avengers Doctor Strange, and pretty much all that's new here is he has an axe. That's it. Pretty much give him an axe. That's like giving me, like, calling me Emerald New Ruby and acting the exact same. Brother Voodoo, who's in the actual MCU, he's killed during the New York invasion in the Doctor Strange movie. He also can send his brother out to attack, which is kind of funny. It's the second Dr. Voodoo. As you can see, his brother here, who I'm showing by slamming down the attack, is the original Dr. Voodoo. But no, Dr. Voodoo, if I'm correct, the first Dr. Voodoo dies in the MCU. So I don't know when we'll see Dr. Voodoo again. Dormammu, the big bad in the first MCU Doctor Strange movie. He can't grow for some reason. Don't know why. We have Jennifer Gale. If I'm correct, she is Doctor Strange's ex-girlfriend. And she has mystical powers. I don't know why. I didn't read much Doctor Strange comics. So all I know is she got fucked by Mordo or something like that. All I know is she fucking picked up a piece of gum and look at that. And then finally, we got the mindless one. No, not finally. We got the mindless ones, which is like pretty much filler. I don't know anything about the mindless ones. And finally, we got, which in the basic big figures. And finally, we got Night Nurse, who's in the air because fuck it, why not? And now we got fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. DLC, and oh my fucking god, it's so boring! We got Agent Daisy Johnson, she's Quake, by the way. We have Theo Fitz, who is a fucking nerd, the tablet. We got Agent Koenig. He has an umbrella that can turn invisible. We have Agent Melinda May. Don't know much about it. She got dual wheel pistols, and she's a shield agent, obviously. We got Bobby Morse, which is actually just Mockingbird. So yeah, no, she's not canon to the MCU. I don't think any of these guys are canon to the MCU anymore. We got Agent Jenna Simmons, who's a biochemist, obviously. We got Dr. Carl Johnson, who's like the most interesting character here, because guess what? He can turn into Hyde. He's like Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, so now it's Mr. Hyde, and now this is Carl Johnson. Yeah, super strength. From correct, he can climb shit. A throwaway character, but he's the most interesting. We got Deathlock. I guess this is Deathlock, you know? She has a... she's like Nebula, but human. It's like, look at her. We got Gordon, who can teleport around and shit. He's an inhuman. That's kind of it. Then we got Grant Ward. And I have no fucking idea who Grant Ward is. I don't remember him in the TV show. Jay Ying. If I'm correct, this is Daisy Quake's mother. She's got acrobatics and agility, so fun shit. And if I'm correct, she has this, which kind of just like drags you in. It's like a siren's call that kills you. It's fuck you. And of course we got Lincoln, who controls the electricity. I think he's a shit character, honestly, in this game. And finally, for the DLC, we have Reyna, who is pretty much whatever the fuck this is. I don't remember Reyna. She can dig, though. That's all that matters to me. Finally, we're on the second to last DLC before we can call it quits for the day, and then we'll start LEGO Marvel Superheroes tomorrow. We have the Ant-Man DLC. This is, again, another Xbox One, another PS4 and PC exclusive. Of course, we got Ant-Man. He can, of course, control the ants. And, of course, he can, grow big. He can shrink. And yeah, that's it. If I'm correct, he can, and, of course, he can play Scott Lang, and this is his ability. He can switch from Ant-Man to, Scott Lang, like that. Next, of course, we got Hank Pym, who's, of course, the genius who made the, of course, Pym particles. And the original Ant-Man. Scott Lang, of course, always known as the second Ant-Man. Of course, can also switch into the Ant-Man suit. The classic Ant-Man suit. Because, remember, he was, if I'm correct, he and his wife were responsible for stopping the Cold War from, like, breaking out into a nuclear war with, like, remember the Cuban Missile Crisis? Yeah, that was him. He can also grow. Then, of course, we got Wasp. We didn't see Wasp yet in the actual... wait, Wasp isn't here. Shit. We got Anthony, who is probably the best character in the entire game, because he's a giant flying ant that you can ride. You can ride the ant. Holy shit. Also, we're not gonna go through the vehicles and all the other shit. They're just uninteresting, in my opinion, except for, like, maybe Thanos copter, and even that's just a fucking helicopter. Next, after Anthony, we have Cassie Lang, who is a child. She'll beat the shit out of you with her bunny. And then, of course, we got Hope Van Dyne, who would later become Wasp in the second Ant-Man movie. She's just martial artist. She got agility. We got Lewis, of course. Actually, if I'm correct, Michael Pena... No, I am correct. Michael Pena returns to voice him in the DLC, which is kind of cool. And if you hold B, he whistles. That's not me, that's the actual game. And then finally we have Hope Van Dyne, and of course she can't switch like, Janet Van Dyne. If I'm correct, yeah, she can't switch to her regular form because we don't see her again until like fucking, Ant-Man 3, Quantumania. So, genuinely alright. Then finally we have Yellow Jacket, which is Darren Cross' character. He later becomes MODOK in the MCU. Genuinely, this is kind of cool. He kind of has a cool look to him. This Yellow Jacket. Pretty cool. And then finally, we have the final DLC in the final part of this showcase. We got the Spider-Man DLC, which is pretty much Spider-Man variants and nothing to do with any of his villains. We got Iron Spider, of course. Still shoots webs. He can climb walls in this game now, by the way. Unlike last game where he kind of just stuck to the wall and you had to like jump up with him. Still swing webs. Next, of course, is Scarlet Spider. This is Ben Reilly's Spider-Man. It's pretty much the same. If I'm correct, they would kind of like switch things up and make this like the debut Spider-Man that they would use in like Civil War, where they'd show off him throwing a bus. Remember that? Then next, of course, we have regular Spider-Man. Look at him. He's so great. It's so nice seeing him with this nice ass shading, only if we had the Fantastic Four names. And of course, he can do the classic animation switch into Peter Parker. And unlike last game, Peter Parker doesn't do fuck all. He shoots a webcam. Next, of course, is Spider-Man Civil War. I guess they couldn't count Spider-Man in the Civil War pack, so they just put him in the Spider-Man DLC pack. This is Tom Holland's Spider-Man, of course. Next, of course, is Spider-Man Miles Morales. He's pretty much Spider-Man with superpowers, because he can do shockwaves, and he can turn invisible. Then let's switch to Miles Morales. Ooh, isn't that just so cool? He can turn invisible, and he can also turn back into... No, he can't turn back into Spider-Man for some reason. Wait, yeah, he can. And finally, for the final character of the showcase. We've been sitting here for 2 hours looking at Lego characters. This is my life, by the way. We got Spider-Girl, who's pretty much Jessica Drew Spider-Woman, but a Spider-Girl. Same thing as Spider-Man, she just has long hair. For some reason, we couldn't just put Spider-Woman in here, so we just got Spider-Girl. For some fucking reason. That is every character. I'm not going over the vehicles or the flyables, because they're not that interesting. I have been Newt Ruby. We're ending it here. We'll probably be playing either LEGO Marvel Superheroes tomorrow or Thursday. So, we'll see how shit goes then. Anyways, I've been Newt Ruby, and this has been the finale, actually, for the LEGO Marvel Avengers Brick Ventures Part 10.